Dude, tell me if I'm wrong, but I think that birthed the chemistry as opposed to the other way around. And I can't remember entirely. All I know is when I saw that scene, because that speech on the page is really beautiful. And Dreezy and Rebecca wrote that. So you read it and you're like, oh, that's nice. And then you shoot it and your mind is blown because it's just, I mean, it's just like, Candace, we always used to make the joke, had chemistry with everybody. And Caroline, as a result, had chemistry with everybody, which is why she dated Caroline was in a relationship at one point with pretty much everybody on the show. And it worked. Every relationship worked, right? But that was like, oh boy. I mean, how do you even, it's so toxic too. I mean, like, again, that little storyline, that little romantic relationship would never get through a writer's room today because it's just unbelievably up. But boy, was it good.
The way I remember it was, Rebecca Sonnenschein is a huge friend of mine and an influence, and I love her to death. And I remember as I got to know Rebecca, I got to know, she was kind of from a small town and she got out of that small town. And I think one of the things that she tried to do was in writing Klaus and Caroline was to imply here was a girl from a small town who wanted, the greatest temptation to her would be, what does the world have to offer? And again, in the same way, kind of Klaus approached Stefan by tempting him with the thing he couldn't resist. It's same thing with Caroline. He's a master at figuring out what's the thing that you want and how do I dangle that in front of you in order to beguile you. And in that relationship, I do think, he legitimately had a fondness for her and he legitimately was intrigued by her. And then he's a smooth talker, which is interesting because it's not the guy he was when we met him in the flashbacks when he was abused little kid, so telling the story of how that abused little kid became this guy was always really